It is always heart-wrenching to lose a loved one. The void, the emptiness, the grief, the sadness that accompanies such loss is overwhelming. It is an experience that never leaves one the same. Different people react and relate to losses in different ways. For some, they would mourn for days, weeks, months, or even years. A few people would pretend to be strong and carry on with their lives like nothing happened, while some would even detach from society to mourn their loss. You know, grief is a strange thing, and you can never trust yourself when grieving. How do I know? I've heard people see their deceased loved ones in their dreams. Some claim that they even see them in reality, especially if they had something to do with the death of their loved one. But for the 23-year-old Charity Patterson, she had a stranger way to grieve her late father. It all started in October 2015 when Chastity lost her father, Jason Lingens. As a way to cope with her loss, she started texting her late father's contact number. In her text, Chastity would share details about what transpired in her day, tell her dad how much she missed him, and text him the magical words, "I love you," that she could desperately wish she could say in person. This went on for about 4 years. One night, on October 24, 2019, the eve of the 4th anniversary of her father's death, she sent a long message to her dad, and much to her surprise, she received a response, and the message that came along with it left her astonished. "Hey Dad, it's me," Patterson began. "Tomorrow is going to be a tough day again. It's been 4 years since I lost you, and not a day goes by that I don't miss you." She then went on to recount all the challenges she has had to face alone since her dad's been gone. She spoke of her victory over cancer, having not fallen sick since his death. She talked of finishing school and graduating with honors. She recalled a time when she had no more friends and had to face life's difficulties alone. She even intimated him of her love life. She fell in love and had her heart broken, picked herself up, and emerged a stronger woman. Although she admitted that she was ready to have children, however, she expressed her fears of getting married, mainly because she doesn't want to walk down the aisle without him by her side. Chastity hit the send button after typing the message. As usual, she was not expecting any reply, but she received the shock of her life. Not long after sending the message, a reply came through. Chastity was stunned. She couldn't believe the kind words she was soon reading. "Hi, sweetheart. I'm not your father, but I have been getting all your messages for the past 4 years. I look forward to your morning messages and your nightly updates." He introduced himself. "My name is Brad, and I lost my daughter in a car wreck August 2014, and your messages have kept me alive. When you text me, I know it's a message from God. I am sorry you lost someone so close to you, but I have listened to you for years and I have watched you grow more than anyone." He admitted, "I have wanted to text you back for years, but I didn't want to break your heart. You're an extraordinary woman, and I hope my daughter would have become the woman you are. Thank you for your everyday updates. You remind me that there is a God, and it wasn't his fault that my little girl is gone. He gave me you, my little angel, and I knew this day was coming." Brad concluded by encouraging and assuring her that everything will be okay. "You need to push yourself every day and shine the light God gave you. I'm sorry you have to go through this, but if it makes any better, I am very proud of you." The message was so overwhelming to Chastity, she immediately took to Facebook, where she shared screenshots of the text. She wrote, "I text my dad every day to let him know how my day goes for the past 4 years. Today was my sign that everything is okay and I can let him rest." The Facebook post has been shared more than 298,000 times and more than 15,000 comments since October 25th. Thousands of people were inspired to share their own story, but some argued that Chastity made the whole story up. In a bid to clear the air, Chastity followed up with another post on her relationship with her late father. She opened up that Jason was not really her biological dad, but blood could not make him any closer. "I have known him my whole life," she quickly added, sharing how they met at the local skate rink where Jason worked. "I come from a small town where there was nothing for kids to do, and for a lot of black children whose parents were working 2 or 3 jobs to make ends meet, the skating rink was where we went." She continued, "Jason was there for so many children, giving them rides, letting parents have birthday parties there, going to their games, keeping them after hours, and even sitting down and talking to kids that people swore would be nothing. He was the guy you could get mad at one weekend but come back and be happy he got on to you. Jason never missed a school dance, prom, or sporting event, and he will give me long talks about my mouth and attitude, Chastity wrote. I had to introduce my boyfriends to him if I was allowed to date, and he would act like a normal dad and give us the long talk. I've cried with him, told him everything, and even became very independent because he took the time to love me and show me what happiness looks like. So yes, Jason was my father, but he was a role model for many kids in our town. She added that she didn't make the post for material gain, but for her family and friends to know that there is a God. And it might take 4 years, but he shows up right on time. She then concluded with this: if you take anything from this, know that everyone will experience pain and everyone will lose someone they love. So, love the people you have now and tell them everything, because when they are gone, it will be too late to say sorry or explain how you really feel. Also, create a wonderful support team because you will need it. Ultimately, that text exchange really brought closure to both Chastity and Brad. Well, that was Chastity Purchasing's story on how she coped with the demise of her father figure, and I would say that it ended well for her. What is your own story? How did or how would you deal with the loss of a loved one? Please share with us in the comment section below.